Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Very happy Deepavali to the all of you. As you'll all be aware, in the year 2024, around the month of June, my book titled Ramayana 1 for HarperCollins was released. And since then, after the English version, we had it translated in Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu. And there is an audiobook as well through Audible, and all of them are doing well with all your blessings and wishes. I just thought on this auspicious day of Deepavali, where we refer to as the day of Ganga Snana, where Mother Ganga reaches our places, our bathrooms, and she blesses us immensely. So I thought I could just take you through some of the chapters. I don't know how regular I can be with this flow. Nevertheless, let me try. It is believed in the Ramayana that Navapanchacha Varshani, 9 plus 5, 14 years, was the exile period for Rama. And he returned. And around the age of 38, 39 to be precise, the Pattabhisheka, the coronation happened for Rama. And post the Pattabhisheka, the Vanaras stayed back in Ayodhya, and the Maharishis attended to the Sabha of Rama, and they were giving anecdotes and past history of the Rakshasas, how they became Rakshasas, and more information about Kubera, what was the tiff between Kubera and the Rakshasas, so on and so forth. And all of them listened to that patiently. Of course, the Vanaras had a very nice time in Ayodhya, and it is said that one day, Apatyalabho Vaidehi Sita conveyed that she was pregnant, and that was 2 years after the Pattabhisheka. So the famed commentator to the Ramayana titled Kaushika Govindaraja in his commentary Bhushana, which is one of the grandest, elaborate, very well valued, respected commentaries of the Ramayana, says, Tatha Abhishekanantaram Varshadvayam Jatam. After the Pattabhisheka was over, 2 years passed by, and then she conveyed her news, the pregnancy news. So I have begun this way from taking cue from that part of the Uttarakandam. 2 years had passed since the Pattabhisheka. One fine day, Sita walked towards Rama, who noticed her golden-hued body. Why? Because she's Hiranya Varnam Harinim. She's Mahalakshmi, Sakshat Mahalakshmi, who is gold-hued, aurum, gold. So, gold-hued body, fairer now, because during a pregnancy, it is believed that the iron content reduces and all of that. Generally for women, most obstetricians, gynecologists suggest folic and iron tablets, especially to gain energy. So I said, fairer now, bosoms enlarged, and an added beauty converging then on her belly. She sat next to him and kept looking at his bright Surya-like face, because we believe that Rama is called Ramachandra, very cool like the moon, but yet he comes in the Surya Vamsha. So he's resplendent, radiant, Surya-like face that would make the lotuses of this Vamsha blossom. So two things. Lotuses of this Vamsha indicates one, Dinakara Kula Kamala Divakara of Vedanta Deshika's Raghuvira Gadyam. At another place he says Pundarika Vanaruchi Luntaka Lochana. It appeared like a forest of lotus flowers, and that was from, he took the cue from Kalidasa's Raghuvamsham, who says Tato Mandanilodbhuta Kamalakara Shobhina Gurum Netra Sahasrena Nodayamasa Vasavaha. So in that Vamsha, the lotuses had to blossom, which means that there will be a heir apparent to Rama born very soon. That time, a Rakshaka. So you will come across this word Rakshaka. Readers should not get confused between the word Rakshasa, category of people. Rakshaka is a bodyguard or a watchman. A Rakshaka interrupted their conversation hesitantly and announced that Vasishtha's Sishya had arrived and sought an audience with the Raja. Instantly, Rama, the one who always treated well-read persons honorably, because it comes in Mahabharata as well, how Krishna used to treat people who had studied the Vedas with due respect. So did Rama. Honorably, rose from his seat, which is a very Indian tradition. When you see an elderly person, you rise, and greeted his guest. Atithi Devo Bhava. He inquired of the Rishi Dampati. Who is the Dampati? Dampati is a couple. So I've retained the Indic word Dampati rather than the word couple. Rishi Dampati. So Rishi and his wife, Dharmapatni, which is Vasishtha and Arundhati, and requested the reason for his visit. Somebody carried the message from Vasishtha and Arundhati to Rama. The Sishya of Vasishtha read aloud the Rishi Dampati's message to Rama from the letter. You're blessed to have Sita as your wife. This is the message. She is treated as the daughter of Bhumi, because I'm developing the story, because soon there will be Sita Parityagam. He will be abandoning the pregnant Sita. So daughter of Bhumi, then she will be left to Bhumi, right in the middle of the forest, and is a source of delight to her father Janaka, because she says later in Uttarakandam, Snusha Dasharathasya, Valmiki says, Snusha Dasharathasya Janakasya Suta Sati Apapa Patina Tyakta Paripal Maya Sada is the Uttarakanda Shlokam. So, taking cue from it, I've said, delight to her father Janaka, who treats joy and sorrow unequivocally. So, Janaka is believed to be a Raja who had disdain for material pleasures and was living a Bhagavad Gita life. How do we know that? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Karmanyaiva hi samsiddhim asthita janakadayaha. He was such a great karma yogi. He was so adept in jnana. And we have lines like Pradiptayam Mithilayam Name Kinchit Pradahyate. Burning is Mithila. Burning our possessions in Mithila, but none of it which is burning, be it the city Mithila or the possessions, belong to me. So he was very, very, very detached. So I've said, who treats joy and sorrow unequivocally. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Labha labhau jaya jayau. That person who treats victory and loss, that person who treats sorrow and joy unequivocally is a great yogi. So he was one. She is the daughter-in-law of the Surya Vamsha that is renowned for its contribution to the society at large. Lot of things that Surya Vamsha has done. We will see that through the book. And yes, I am her spiritual advisor. With Sita by your side, satisfy your subjects. Subjects essentially means praja. For that is the matchless treasure handed over to you in your Vamsha. The message concludes. Hearing this, Rama looked at Sita with a beam of happiness and asked the Sishya if there were any words of advice from the universally revered Arundhati. The Sishya nodded affirmatively and continued, Rama, fulfill whatever Sita asks for. So this was the message specifically to Rama from Arundhati for Sita. Rama was surprised that Arundhati knew of Sita's pregnancy even before anyone else did, because Sita had not made it very clear. Rama had not informed any of these subjects, but that Rishi Dampati knew, because that is the Pativrata Nari called Arundhati who knew of it. So he says pregnancy even before anyone else did, but quickly realized that when the mind travels faster than wind, a woman's mind traveled the fastest. So he gives a Laukika example. The Sishya pronounced blessings on the Divya Dampati and left the chamber. They were a Rishi Dampati. They have reached Rama and Sita, who are the Divya Dampati, Sakshat, Narayana and Mahalakshmi. Rama held Sita's hand and led her to the gallery of paintings depicting the events of their life together as a couple. We go and see gallery, right? But this is borrowed not from Valmiki, but from Bhavabhuti's Uttara Ramachritram. It's a beautiful poem. It is actually a mix of, you can call it a drama, because it has a lot of dialogues as well. Rama held Sita's hands and led her to the gallery of paintings depicting the events of their life together as a couple. So he has commissioned the project with some artist. She looked at each one of them in awe. Obviously, when you see some paintings depicting your own life, you'll feel so happy. Especially the one where a little Rama with an elephant-like gait, because in the Mahabharata, there is one line in Vanaparva which says, Matta Matanga Gaminam. Valmiki also says that Matta Matanga Gaminam. When Rama used to walk, he used to walk like a majestic elephant. So elephant-like gait was running towards the welcoming arms of his father, who's Dasharatha, who loved him more than anybody else. while on the one hand she frowned at the fierce-eyed Shurpanakha advancing towards Rama. On the other, she laughed at the painting of Hanuman, who played several pranks to keep the Rakshasas of Lanka on their toes. A certain painting, this is very important, a certain painting held Sita's eyes, and Rama walked closer to look at what mesmerized the love of his life, which is Sita. It was a scene in the forest adorned with the ashramas of selfless rishis. He observed that great tranquility prevailed in such places, and that the rishis there regarded hospitality as their supreme objective. Valmiki exclaimed. She looked intently at one rishi and asked if Rama knew who he was, because some painting captured her eyes. And she asked, "Who is this?" He said, "Valmiki," exclaimed Rama, "the one who is born of a termite hill. Is it?" asked Sita. So the moment he says Valmiki, Valmiki means Valmika Janma, the one who is born of a Valmika, which means anthill. Rama nodded in agreement, and she asked to know more about the rishi. Why did she want to know more suddenly about Valmiki? Why was she so much interested in the forest? Probably I should take you through that in the next video. I don't know when. Meanwhile, to all the Astikas, happy Deepavali again. On the November 1st, I am a part of the Western Ghats Literary Festival that's happening in Coimbatore. Evening, I'm speaking in Tamil on Bhajagovindam in Coimbatore at Mayflower Shakti Gardens. And November 2nd evening, along with Vidwan Aditya Madhavan and Vidushi Shruti Priya, who will be dancing, we will be presenting a Katha Nrityam with music on Bhajagovindam at Nardagana Sabha. This is being conducted by Karnataka as a part of their yearly Bharat Sangeet Utsav. It has a combination of both. There are donor passes for those who buy tickets, and there are a couple of free tickets towards the end. So please get in touch with the organizer to buy your tickets and attend the program November 2nd. And November 15th, I am speaking at the Bharati Vidya Bhavan in Bangalore at the Racecourse Road in the evening at about 4:30 in English on the Alvars and their Bhakti tradition. This is a free lecture. All of you are welcome. There are few seats, so you need to be much ahead to grab your seats. And November 29th, I will be speaking in the Music Academy. It is actually a group teamwork where we'll be having Vidushi's very great talents in the next generation. We have Surya Gayatri, Spurti Rao, Swaratmika, Vishruti. They're all singing. I'm speaking. And Smriti Sudhakar will be dancing. And this is a big teamwork. It's called the Six Witnesses. It is being conducted by the Obul Reddy family as a part of his 100th year celebrations at the Music Academy. The ground floor is only for the invitees of the family, and the balcony is free for all Astikas. Closer to the date, we'll let you know what time to come, because the program begins at 5:30. You may have to be by about 4:15 to take your seats. And November 30th is my lecture on Mudduswami Dikshita, one of the Trinity in Karnataka Shastriya Sangeetam. His life and his works in English. It's a free lecture again for Narasimhacharya Foundation, being held at the Bengaluru Gayana Samaja in the evening on the 30th of November. It is a free event. Thank you so much. There is a big December program which I will speak about in the next, hopefully in the next video. Namaskaram.